Alright, welcome back to the Crabby Dice. Today we're going to do the playthrough for Mission Red Planet 2nd Edition. So this is going to be the playthrough video. Click the link below for the setup and rules breakdown, or click on the link below to go to the end of the video where I have my thoughts on the game. So before we get started, three things like usual. Please like, subscribe, and comment on my videos. That would be fantastic. Let's go! Alright, welcome to the Mission Red Planet playthrough. So I'll be playing 3 players. Purple. I'm playing against a robot AI, blue and yellow. Yeah, so if you've never played before, follow along. I'll teach you the steps and how it flows, and we're gonna have a good time. It's a very short game and very easy and simple, so I'll explain the first few turns, and after that we'll go much faster. Alright, so this is a role selection game, so we're gonna have a deck of 9 cards. And every turn you're gonna pick a role and you're gonna activate it in numerical order. Alright, so I'm gonna be first player, so I gotta keep this until the next player is first player, and this is gonna keep track of the rounds. So in round 10 we're done, and we're gonna calculate some endgame scoring. Alright, I'm just gonna tell you I drew some mission cards randomly off the top of the deck, and this one for this game is gonna be have the most astronauts on Phobos. Alright, so I'm gonna want to get guys on the moon. So every time I see one of those Phobos places on the lineup here, I might want to go for it. I got a little lucky off the start of the game. There was a Phobos one and my guy got on there. Alright, I already set up the other players, so we're good. Just for this playthrough, I'm going to play them a bit randomly. I picked the first 2 cards, but after that we're just going to be drawing off the top of the deck and we'll see what happens. Alright, so I should win. If I don't, I lost to a basic random AI, which would be terrible. Alright, so what we're going to do, like I already explained, the game's going to last 10 rounds. Every single round you start off by everyone selecting a role card. So again, I did that for the other players, and basically I got to pick a role. Now, looking at the setup that we have here, I'm first player. I really want to go as fast as possible because I want to add to this ship and this ship so that they can take off, because once a ship takes off, nothing in the game could sort of mess with them anymore, right? So you can't blow them up, you can't change their destination. You can't do a bunch of things. Actually, you could change their destination, but you can't do most things. Alright, so I think what I want to do is play a scientist because the other 2 are not great right away. This is the recruiter that lets you re-pick up your cards, and this one lets you move guys out on the board. So I'm going to play my scientist, which is the earliest card that I can play that has 2 guys. Alright, so I'm going to play this. Now everyone's ready, everyone picked their card, everyone's going to flip their cards over. Boom! Alright, there you go. So now we're going to play in numerical order, but 9 going down to 1. So it's like launching a ship. You go 9, 8, 7. Oh, we stopped. 7. Alright. And then you're going to do it in turn order. Okay. So all you have to do is read the card. Okay. Pretty simple. So the scientist lets you put 2 astronauts on either 1 or 2 dock ships. These are dock ships. They haven't launched yet. So I think I'm going to put 2 guys on. So I have choices. I can put them either on the same one, or I can put them on different ones, and so on. So what I think I want to do is just to protect some of my guys, and they're gonna get on the planets as early as possible, is do this. All right, and what that's gonna do is, because these 2 ships hit their max capacity, for example, I couldn't do this because the max capacity of this one is 2. That's why I did it like this. They're gonna take off. All right, and by taking off, all you do is slide the cards up, and now they're not docked anymore. Okay. That's not all the scientist does. He also lets you take one of the event cards over here. Alright, if you keep reading. So you can either draw an event and deal with it, or look at somebody's discovery card, but obviously there's none at the start of the game. So that's the card I'm going to play. I'm going to put in my discard, and you basically don't get these cards back until you play your number 9. Alright, but again, before I do that, let me look at the card I drew. And it's a discovery card. So discovery cards are the ones you put around the board. And this one says, discard all point tokens already in the zone. The zone does not produce any more point tokens. Oh, this is like negating a whole zone at the end of the game. This can be super duper mean. I gotta play it, and where do I want to play it? So I sort of want to play it in an area where I know I'm not gonna be. So already I know that one's gonna go here, and I'm going to Phobos. So you know what, I don't think I want to go all the way up there this game, so I think, sure, let me put it up here. Alright, there you go. Alright, there you go, that was my turn. And then you're going to keep going, and then going to stay on 7. So blue is second in turn order, so they're going to do the exact same thing. So they're gonna take 2 of their guys, but they have no choice, right? No choice. They have to send both their guys, but luckily enough, they can send both their guys onto the same ship. So this one's not full yet, and they're gonna get to do the same thing. So I'm gonna draw a card for him, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'll make it a surprise. I think he's gonna put his discovery over here. All right. There you go. Let me just move these things over a little. Get some room. All right, there you go. And now yellow's left, so we go 6, 5, 4. Oh, 4. So what does 4 do? Femme fatale. Place 1 astronaut on a docked ship and 1 zone or ship where you have at least 1 astronaut. Replace it with 1 of your own. All right. So the way this one works is he's gonna put 1 on one of the ships, and then he's gonna convert 1 of the astronauts that are either on any of the ships that he's on or anywhere on the board to his own. So he's gonna remove a blue one and he's gonna put a yellow one. Boom. And just like that, that one has 4, so that one's gonna take off as well. So I'm gonna put this in his discard. And there you go. That was the end of that phase. All right, so now there's some things you do to finish off the round. Now, if there's anything that took off, they go on the board. All right, so the Phobos ones go on Phobos. Now, if you ever send astronauts to an area and the token's not flipped over, flip it over. All right, so that one's gonna be the pink crystals. So this one goes to Borealis over here. So we're gonna flip this over. And then we have Sinus over here. It's gonna come right over here. Boom. All right, once you send the people off, you can pretty much discard these cards from the game. We won't need them again. All right, we're gonna refill. 2, 4. So this goes to the middle. This is Sinus again, and this is Serpentina. So it's gonna be all these areas again. This is Ice. Ice is usually worth a point. They're chits. The purple ones are worth 2, and the orange ones are worth 3. We'll see that later. All right. After filling up, we're almost done. All right, the last thing to do is pass the first player marker to the person who played last. So we're gonna move this to round 2, and yellow played last, so we'll give him this token. All right, now we're gonna start the next round. So you're gonna start back from the beginning, which is picking a role. So I'm gonna pick a role. So we got fresh ships, and we got an actual board area to deal with now. So what do I want to do? So if you're not sure what these roles are, click the link below, go to see my playthrough, my rules breakdown. But essentially the pilot lets you change the destination of a ship. Soldier lets you kill somebody on the outside of the board. Travel agent lets you put 3 guys out. Femme fatale we already saw, you get to flip somebody over. Saboteur, you get to blow up a ship if it has people on it. Secret agent lets you, actually I don't remember what the secret agent does. Oh yeah, you get to launch a guy even though he's not out. And then you have the explorer that lets you move guys out on the map. And finally you have the recruiter, which I'm not going to play for a while. That's the one that lets you pick up your discard pile, and you're going to have to play that at least once during the game because there's 10 rounds and you only have 9 cards. So a bit of a strategy is when do you want to play it, right? So what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'm going to be playing in second in turn order. Do I really want to play my I could take a chance and play my travel agent, because there's going to be 2 chances to end up playing it later. And I am playing random with the other players, so I can take that chance. I could also play a femme fatale to maybe swap 2 guys over, because I can swap that guy over and make him part of my team, or I can deal with a guy on a ship and do the same thing. So let me do this femme fatale. I'll show you how that works. So I'm going to pick Femme Fatale. I'm going to grab 2 cards randomly off the top of the deck of the... we'll see what happens. Alright, so we'll flip them over. Alright, here we go. So we're going to start like usual. 9, 8. Okay, somebody played 8. So blue played 8. Hey, why not? So blue says here, place 1 astronaut on a docked ship. So they're going to play... let me look at their goal again. Just double check this. Alright. So they're going to play on this one here. And it says make 3 moves on Mars. Probably not the best move to make right now, but I'm playing randomly for them. So they can move their guys on Mars here. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to pick up their 2 guys that are here, and they're going to move them to the middle here. Right? They're going to flip this over, and look at that. they got lucky. It's one of the 3-point areas, so that's a great move for them. So maybe it wasn't them. All right, then we're gonna go 7. Look at that, 7. So this is the yellow player who played the scientist, the one that we played last turn. So they're gonna get to put 2 guys out. And what do they want to do? I think what they're gonna do is just to protect this ship, they're gonna go there, so it's gonna get launched. And the other one, I think they're gonna send more guys to Sinus over here so that they can. No, you know what? They're gonna send it here. Because let me look at their goal card. Yeah, they're gonna send it there. Makes more sense. All right, and they get to do that card thing that I did before last round. They're gonna take one of these cards. I'm not gonna show you. I'll make it a surprise. All right, so they're gonna put this over here. All right, done. So that was yellow's turn. Then I'm gonna play my card. So this is Femme Fatale. So it's the one that we decided on that we were gonna play. So I get to put one guy on a ship, and then I get to also swap a guy over. So I could send my guy here and then swap him, or send my guy here and swap him. So which one do I want to do? I think I'm gonna swap the guy on the board because the guy on the ship could get sabotaged next turn, right? So it would make less sense. So I'm gonna actually do this, and then I'm gonna swap the guy that's on the board. So goodbye yellow, and hello purple. And there you go, that was my thing. Now, at the end of the round, place those guys in. So these guys are going to Serpentine over here. We're gonna flip it over, and it's ice. All right, so we're gonna discard this card from the game. We are gonna replace it. Ooh, it's Major. It's the one that actually goes here, and 5 guys. That's pretty good. All right, there you go. So now we're gonna swap first player. So I played last, so we're gonna go to round 3, and I'm gonna be first player. All right, so start of the 3rd round. So who do I want to play this time? So now it's not a bad time to play the travel agent, but the problem is now that that 5 came out, I have a feeling somebody will play their secret agents, so that they put a guy on and it sends it off right away to that very, very lucrative spot. I don't think anyone's going to take a chance so that somebody puts their travel agent there. That'll be really powerful. But then if that happens, they're going to end up blowing it up the following turn, because that would be very powerful. So what do I do? What do I do? I don't think I'm going to play my travel agent now. It's a little risky, because if they do a secret agent here, then I can only play it there. And then if they do something funny there, like adding 2 guys, then I'm screwed and I won't be able to play either one. Soldier, not really useful right now. Nobody's really affecting me, so I'm not going to play these 2. Pilot, I really don't care. I could be mean and play my pilot and then change the location of that one to somewhere else. That can happen. Why not? What do I do? I don't need to move my guys. I could put my recruiter, just an option. I could put my recruiter, put one guy on here, make it take off, because it is a 9. I'm going to go first right away. That'll take off, and then I'll get my cards back, but it seems like a waste. So sure, let me play my soldier. Sure, I'll kill a guy off, and you'll see how that works. Just because I just really want to put one guy out on the board. Okay, so I'm gonna play my soldier. So again, I'm playing randomly for the other 2 guys. We're gonna play. Plus, by putting a soldier, another reason I did that is because I go late in turn order, so I'm gonna be first next turn, right? So maybe something better will come out, and I'll go first. So let's flip over for everyone. And I thought I was gonna be first, but somebody else played their soldier as well. All right, so we're gonna count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Here you go, 6. And look, it's a secret agent. So this guy lets you put out 2 guys on 2 separate ships. So blue's gonna go. I think what blue's gonna do to make it smart, you're gonna add 1 guy here and 1 guy here. So this is gonna take off, and then he gets to take off a ship. So he's gonna pick this one. It's gonna take off. Great move by blue. Who saw that coming? Maybe I should have done that. So I would have had guys on that place as well. Oh well. Then we're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we stop at 2. So these two guys are gonna work the exact same way. We're gonna add one token to the board, to a ship, I mean. So I'm gonna add it here. Yellow's gonna add it here. Now, what these guys let you do is kill one astronaut on Phobos or an outer region on Mars, and then you can move up to 3 guys down into Mars. Alright, so I have to go first. Obviously, mine goes before his. So what do I want to do? I have to kill off a guy, and because Yellow's probably going to kill off my guy, I gotta be mean to Yellow. Alright, so I'm gonna kill Yellow's guy, although Blue's getting a ton of points there. So I'm gonna kill off Yellow's guy here. So whenever you kill a guy in this game, whether it's an exploded ship or anywhere else, it goes into the memorial. Alright, and then Yellow's gonna do the same thing to me. He's gonna kill him. Alright, I forgot to activate the other part. I can move as many guys down as I want. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually move him, one guy only, onto this spot. So you can move up to 3 of your astronauts from Phobos to any zones on Mars. Alright, so I'm going to move him there, and the reason why is because that ship's going to go there, so I'm going to have the lead overall. Alright, so we flip this over, and it's ice again, of course. Alright, there you go. He doesn't have guys on Phobos, so he's not going to activate that part. So we're going to discard these cards. Alright, now we're going to send the guys out. So he's going to come here, solidify his area here. Then these guys are all gonna come right over here. So I'm gonna be the Ice King apparently over here. So we're gonna take these cards, we're gonna toss them out. So Yellow played the last card, so we'll actually give him this token. We'll put on 4, so I'll give it to Yellow. And we're gonna replace the ships. Alright, so we have the Sinus Tritonus over here, and we have the Borealis again over here. And this one is the Sinus Sabius over here. Alright, so round 4, pretty simple. Again, start off at the top, pick your role, and I think what I want to do is play my secret agent right now. This is probably a good time to do it because there's no other great option. I don't want to play my travel agent, that'll be kind of pointless. And saboteur, there's nothing I really want to saboteur. And I don't want to explore. Explore is a great move to do right before a production phase, so you can move guys around the board so you can sort of position them better. So I think I'm going to do a secret agent. Why not? Maybe I'll get a guy on this area here before anyone else, and we'll see what token that is. Unless I do a pilot, which is not a bad idea. And what the pilot does, he changes the destination of one of those things. You know what, I'll hold on to it. I'll place my secret agent. So there you go. So I played my card. We're gonna pick one randomly for blue, one for yellow, and we're gonna turn it over and see what happens. Oh, he changed his pilot. Alright, so I get to go first. So 9, 8, 7, 6. Purple goes first. So this lets you do 2 astronauts on 2 different ships. So I get to see what everyone else did. Somebody did a secret agent, and they're gonna go next. So there's no way for me to stop the secret agent from going off. So that was a great move by yellow actually, and that was completely random. So I'm gonna do secret agent unless he has to play it there. So if I don't put a token there, that means next turn somebody can sabotage it and it can blow up, which is a pretty good idea. Well, it probably won't happen. They'll probably put a 1 there just to take it off for sure. So you know what? Yeah, so I'm gonna play my secret agent. So I gotta put 2 tokens, and I think what I'm gonna do is go here and here. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make this one take off. Alright, so this one goes back into my discard. Alright, then we fill up the rest. So yellow has no choice. He only has 1 move to make, so he has to pick 1 ship and put 3 guys out on it. So he's gonna put 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No choice. And then finally we have the pilot. So blue gets to put 2 guys on one or two different ships. He has absolutely no choice, and he sort of got lucky. This has spot for exactly one. This has spot for exactly one. So he's going to place one guy here and one guy here, and now everything's going to take off. So now he gets to actually change the destination of any of these ships if he wants. So let him look at this. So this is going to go here. Does blue want to send this guy here? Let me look at his objective again. He does actually want that to happen. This one's going to go down here. He doesn't really want that to happen. And this one, well, it's going over there. He doesn't really care. So I think what he's going to do is he's going to change the destination. Usually you're supposed to put these on the thing, but because I'm taking care of it right now, I'm not going to bother finding the token. But I think he's going to change the destination of this. Let me double check his card again. Yeah, he's going to change the destination of this to the Asonia. Alright, so let's do that. So these are going to go to Asonia. These are going to go to the left over here. And I think this is going to go here. Alright, so we flip over some things. There's ice again. Oh my god, I'm full of ice. Oh, this ends up being the ore. And there you go, we're done. So all these get discarded. We're going to fill up with new ships. Alright, so the way this works is the first person to put a token here is going to decide where it's going to go on the map. Alright, so that's how that works. And there you go. So who played last? I think it was blue. So blue's going to be first player. So we'll change that to 5. Give that to blue. And there you go. So let's go to the next round. Alright, so next round is round 5. Blue's first player. Alright, so in my next card, I think now is the perfect opportunity to play my travel agent because there's more than 3 spots available on every single ship. So no matter where I play it, it should be fine. So unless somebody sabotages one of these ships, this should go off without a problem. And you know, if I was playing smart with all the other players, maybe they would all play the exact same card. Who knows? But let's flip them over randomly. So we'll flip it over. And here we go. So 9, 8. Somebody played an 8. So this is the yellow player who played an 8. So this one allows you to add 1 astronaut to a dock ship. And I think what they're going to do is, looking at their... Let me look at their card. I think they're going to go right over here. Okay. Alright. And what else does the astronaut, the explorer do? They get to move 3 guys, or they do 3 moves on Mars here. So I think they're going to be a bit strategic because they have so many guys here. They're going to start moving some of these guys out because it doesn't make sense for them all to be here. And just to win some regions, I think what they're going to do is go 1. This is just water, which is fine. 2. And you know what? He's going to send another one up here. 3. So now he's winning the top area here. So there you go. He's done with the explorer. Alright, next we're going to keep going down, and blue's going to be next with the Femme Fatale. So this is the blue card. This allows them to put 1 guy on a ship and do a conversion. So blue is going to put 1 guy on 1 ship, and I think he's going to go in this area as well, right there. Okay, so we're going to read the card. He gets to swap a guy over, so he can swap him, but again, it's better to do it on the game map because these guys can get blown up next round. So where's he going to go? So he can swap any guys on the map to his side, and I think I'm just going to make them always attack me because I'm sort of playing them randomly. So it'd be a fairer fight. And I think what he's going to do is, up there he's still going to be losing. I think over here he's going to be winning. Although he should technically do it against yellow here. Actually, you know what? He's going to do it here. So he's going to swap his yellow here for one of his blues. Sorry, blue. Sorry, yellow. Alright, there you go. There's Femme Fatale. Then I'm going to go. So I get to put 3 guys on any ship that I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the logical move and send them all here, and I get to pick the destination because that one doesn't have a destination, right? And no matter what happens, it's going to take off. So that's what this card does. I'm going to discard it, and now I got to basically decide where it goes. That's going to be the only one launched, so I'm not going to bother looking at these. I'm just going to decide where it goes and send it there. I do have this objective to keep in mind, but I also do want to score. So this is only worth 2, and everything else is worth there's 3 here, 3. This is 2. I'm on a bunch of ice planets right now, or ice areas, which isn't great. I could send a bunch of guys to Sinus here, and then eventually move a guy into Hellas, and it's sort of like a protective zone here. Nobody would be able to go into Hellas with a move unless they move through my guys. Or I can just send them all to Hellas and see what's there. Sure, let's do that. Take a chance, send them all here, we'll see what's there. Alright, we discard this, and we'll flip it over, and it's another of those 2-pointers. That's a shame. So I'm pretty much going to gain that for the rest of the game, because I don't think anyone's going to go through here for that spot there. Alright, so we get to flip this over. Another Phobos one. I'm going to have to gain one of those 2, because I got to send more guys out there so I can protect it. There you go. So I'm going to be first player. Oh, that was the 5th round. I should have done my Explorer. Alright, so now we're going to do a scoring phase, which is a production phase. So the way this works, follow along. So each area that you own on the game board, you're going to get 1 chit, because this is a 1, of that type. Alright, so let's go through it. So we'll start with the moon. I'm going to get this 2-point chit because I own the moon. Alright, then we're going to go blue is going to get a 2-point chit. Alright, then we're going to go do this. Yellow is going to get a 1-point chit. Then here is going to be, I'm going to get a 1-point chit. And then I'm going to get a 1-point chit. And then here, blue's going to get a 3-point chit. Good job, blue. Then here, yellow's going to get a 3-point chit. Then I'm going to get a 1 and a 2. Ta-da! So I ended up with a lot of chits, but they're low scoring, right? I got 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7, but I got a lot of ice, which is good because that can lead to +9 points at the end of the game. Alright, with 2 chits, blue has 5 points. Alright, so there you go. That was the end of the 5th round. I'll be back for the 6th round. Alright, round 6. Let's look at our cards. What do we want to play? So, maybe now is a great time to sort of play our recruiter. We can wait a couple more rounds, but for sure in the next 2-3 rounds, or even this round, we'll play it. I do have my Explorer, which technically I should... Well, I did well anyway, so I didn't want to move anyone. I got my Saboteur. There's no point in running my Saboteur right now. That ship will probably take off before I can do it. And I have my Pilot, which I want my things to go to Phobos anyway. So, you know what? I am going to play my Recruiter. And I'll show you how that's done. So, we'll take random cards off everyone's deck. Boom, boom, boom. And the Recruiter is 9, so it always tends to go first. So what the Recruiter does, I can put 1 astronaut on 1 dock ship and return all my other cards to my hand. So what ship do I really want to go to? Let me look what everyone else played. So they played a travel agent and a secret agent. I feel like wherever I put it, the secret agent's going to make that ship take off, right? Because what he's going to do, or he can play mean to blue and take off the 4 when we have a token on there. Oh man, okay, I'll show you how that works because that's going to be funny. So I'm going to play on Phobos here, alright, and then I'm going to take all the cards back to my hand. So my whole discard here is pretty much back in my hand. Alright, and I'll show you a super mean move here by yellow. So he gets to put 2 different astronauts on 2 different ships. So he's going to put 1 on Phobos and 1 on here. So this one's going to take off. And then what he's going to do, meanest move of the game, he's going to force 1 ship to launch. So he's going to launch this ship right over here. And then what's going to happen, he's going to discard this. And then poor blue, he's going to try to put his travel agent. There's no free ship with 3 spots. Guess what's going to happen? He's going to get discarded and he gets no bonus. Alright, there you go. That's the end of the round. So that was pretty funny. I just did that on purpose. So this one's going to go over here. This one's going to get discarded. So these 2 are gone. So we're going to replace. That was pretty funny. And that was that. That was that. We're going to see who played last. It was actually blue. So they're going to be next. So we're already on round 7. So the game's flying by. So there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds left to try to get stuff on the board. Alright, so round 7. Let's look at my cards. What do I want to do? I Is it a good time for travel agent? Not at all. This would be a horrible time to play a travel agent. I do maybe want to play early so that I can finish off Phobos there, so I can send guys to the moon. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Scientist is always a great move to play. I love playing the Scientist, my favorite card in the game. He lets you draw cards that let you affect discoveries or gives you action cards. So I'm going to play this. Let's play for blue and yellow. Let's see what happens. We're going to flip it over. Do I go first? I do not go first. So it's going to be the recruiter that goes first. So the recruiter, he places one on a ship and gets back his cards. So yellow's gonna go and put a guy on, obviously, Phobos, so that takes off. And he gets to take all his cards back, so I'll give him all his cards. You know what, just to make sure he doesn't draw the recruiter again, I'm gonna toss it from the game. Alright, then I get to go next. So oh, I'm gonna get screwed because blue has the saboteur. So I get to put on 1 or 2 ships and then I get to do my discovery. But if the problem is if I put it on the same ship, actually if I put it on here, oh my god, I'm gonna be super mean to blue. So I'll show you how this works. So I'm gonna place 2 guys. So I'm gonna place both my guys on major here. So this is gonna take off. Alright, and I get to draw my card. So I'll show you guys what I drew. So this is an action card. So this is an action card that I'm going to play later in the game during the discovery phase. And this one says, you may take any number of astronauts from the Lost in Space Memorial and place them in any one zone where you have at least 1 astronaut. So basically I get to take guys that died and put them on the board, which is great to do. So I'm going to keep this for later on. Put it there. And basically that was the scientist, I'll discard him. And then, this is the funniest move of the game so far. So, the saboteur gets to place 1 astronaut on a docked ship and destroys the ship, and he has to do it. So he's basically going to put it here, and guess what's going to happen? He's going to blow himself up because that's the only thing he can target. That was hilarious. Probably not funny for blue, but that's what happened. Alright, now we get to place our guys. So this goes to Phobos. Discard this. And this is going to go to these major whatever. We're going to discard this. So blue's getting a little worried here. You might want to fortify that area. And we're going to flip over 3 more. Alright, so blue played last. So they're going to keep the first player marker here. And we're going to go. So now we're going to have the 2 token thing that comes out in the next round. So keep that in mind. So after this move. Alright, next turn. So what do I want to do? So now is actually a good time to play travel agent, but the problem is playing a travel agent now, if you want to move stuff on the board, but I want to keep my explorer for the end of the game instead of right now. So I think I will, or I can play my secret agent, which wouldn't be a bad move. I get to take off a ship, and let's say I took this one off. I'm going to win this area no matter what. I'm not sure what that would be. Maybe it's a 3-pointer, 2-pointer, maybe it's ice again, which would suck. But you know what? I'll play my travel agent and take a chance. Hopefully there'll be 3 spots available on one of the ships. There you go. It is only the 2nd score production, so I want to get more guys on the planet before we get to the final scoring. So I'm going to play this. We'll do the same thing for the other guys. Alright, here we go. So 987654, and here we go. So yellow played Femme Fatale first. So what does this one do? Place one guy on a dock ship. So where does he want to go? Looking at his thing again. Alright, so he's gonna play it here. Alright, and then he gets to pick any place on the board and swap guys over. And I think for sure he's gonna do it up there to one of my guys. So he's gonna give this guy a death, and he's gonna add his own guy. That was yellow, so I'm gonna get rid of this card. Alright, then I'm gonna go, so travel agent. It is a soldier. So I don't really care about the soldier. So what I'm going to do is, just to get guys on the board, because I'm going to win that area at the end of this phase, I'm going to add 3 guys, but I'm going to add them to here. So this is going to take off. So I'll discard this. And then finally blue soldier is going to go, so he gets to add 1 guy to a dock ship. So I think what he wants to do is go to Hellas. It's worth more points than the water, so he's going to go here. And he gets to kill a guy off either Phobos or around the board. And I think what he's going to do is, there's nothing he can really kill that'll give him more points. That's the one problem. He could kill him and they'll basically be tied, so they'll get a token each. But that's the only thing that he can actually do to affect the game board to give him more points. He could kill a yellow here so that he can send more guys in there later. Or he can kill my guys so that I get less one. No, he'll kill him. And he'll basically get an extra token next phase. Alright, now we're going to send our guys. So these guys are going to the Mare over here. So we'll see what it is. And it's more water. Yay, I'm going to collect a lot of water. So this is discarded. I'm going to replace it with a new ship. Sonia. Ooh, that one's going to be a nice place to go to. And there you go. So now we're going to score again, which is the... Actually, we're going to give this to who played last, which was blue again. So they're going to hold on to this, but we're going to score first, production phase. Alright, so let's do it. So Phobos, we're each going to get a 2-point chit. So what happens is you put the chits on the place, and because we're tied and you can split this up evenly, we're going to basically do that. So yellow's going to get 2, and I'm going to get 2. Alright, then blue's going to get 2 here. And here they're going to share a 1-pointer. That takes care of these 2. Then up here, yellow's going to get 2 3-point chits. Wow, that's 6 points right there. That's huge. Huge! Then here, blue is going to get 2 3-pointers. Wow, I'm getting demolished by these orange places. I'm going to have to take one of them over. Then here, yellow's going to get 2 1-pointers. Alright, and then here I'm going to get 2 1-pointers. Then here I'm going to get 2 1-pointers again. So I'm not scoring a lot. I'm just getting a ton of ice. I'm pretty much almost guaranteed to get that 9-point card at the end of the game. Here I'm actually going to get 2 2-pointers. And then here I'm going to get 2 1-pointers. There you go. Boom. So let's take a look at my points. That's what I collected. A lot of 2s and 1s. There you go. That's the end of the round. Alright, round 9. So blue's still first player. So let's see, what do I want to do? So let's look at my cards. And I think for round 10 for sure I want to keep my explorer. So what do I want to do right now? I'm not going to play my recruiter for sure, so let me discard this. I could do a secret agent action to send an extra guy up there, but it would be kind of pointless, I think. Also, I can tell blue only has 1 card left, so he's going to have to play his recruiter, right? So I know he's going to go first in turn order, and he's going to put 1 guy. So there's a good chance that he plays his guy on Asonia. Now I sort of want to decide, do I want to place my guy on Asonia as well? What do I want to do? I could also kill a guy with the soldier. Maybe kill a yellow up there. But there's only 2 rounds left. So if I know for sure I want to do explore as my last action, maybe I'll do pilot, so I can put a guy and change the destination of something to something that's more of my liking. Sure, let's do that. I'm going to do pilot, and maybe I can affect the board in a better way. Alright, I'm going to do pilot. Well, we already know what blue's going to do. He had only 1 card left, so he's going to do recruiter. And let's see what yellow does. It's going to be a random card. And he does the scientist, which is like the perfect card and what I would have technically played if I was playing this position. So we're going to start off with 9. So what blue's going to do is he's going to add 1 guy to a ship. And I think what he's going to do is he's going to go on Sonia, and there's a reason why he's doing that. Maybe we'll see that at the end of the game. And then he's going to take all his cards back. So I'll shuffle that later. And then the scientist is going to go. So he gets to put his guys on 1 or 2 ships. That's yellow. So what is he going to do? I think what he's going to do is go on Sinus here. And he wants to protect that spot because that's going to be 9 points for him at the end of the game. It's going to be 3 times 3 tokens up there. So he's going to go on Asonia and this is going to take off. Yeah, so let's do that. And then, oh yeah, he gets to grab a card. I won't show you what it is. I'll make it a surprise. Ooh. Oh. Unfortunately, he doesn't like this card that well. So I think he's going to put this card right over here. You got a discovery token. He's going to put it right there. And then finally I get to go. So, alright. So, unfortunately, nothing great happened because of that. I shouldn't have played this. It was kind of pointless. But I get to place 2 guys on either this or my combination of both. And I think what I'm going to do is just put them on here so I can send more guys out on the board. So I'm going to do that. So this is going to take off. Oh, I get to change the destination. I know the perfect idea. I'm going to change it to Phobos because I need to have most guys on Phobos, and that's going to let me do a tiebreaker. So I'm going to discard this. So that was not actually that bad. So this is going to go to Phobos. Discard. This is going to go to Asonia. Discard. I'm going to reveal 2 more. And, and I played last, so I'm actually going to be the first player of the round. Woo! Which is in great position. You actually want to go last on the last round, so when you play your Explorer, so maybe I should have thought of that. So when you play your Explorer, you can affect the end result better than everyone else. Alright, so there you go. Last round, I'm first player. Let's get to it. Alright, so last round of the game, we're going to pick our last roll. And I think for sure I'm going to play the Explorer. I don't see any other option that I have that would be worthwhile. So yeah, I'm gonna do the Explorer for sure, and I'll see if I can affect the board in a specific way. So let me do the Explorer. I actually picked for them this time around. We'll see what happens. Alright, here we go. So 2 Explorers and 1 Femme Fatale. So we gotta go in turn order, so I'm gonna go first. So I get to add 1 guy to a dock ship. Looking at everyone's card, everyone has 1, 1, 1. So yeah, so let's put it on here so at least it'll take off. And here we go. So, and make 3 moves. So I get to do 3 moves. Alright, so let's think of this logically. I mean, everyone else is gonna be able to, let's see what blue played Femme Fatale, so he's gonna want this area for sure, and I think I'm gonna give it to him. So where can I take over the most? Also, I do have that action card that lets me bring guys back. So maybe that's not a bad move. So if I move both these guys in here, and maybe one of these guys out, or maybe one of these guys out, because I played this card, I sort of know what it is. So this is 3. I would have to put at least 3 guys. I would have to move all 3 of my guys in here. So I'm at 5, so when he swaps it over, we're both at 4, and then I'll be able to add a guy. But I already know that I have that, so I have that trick under my sleeve, and he doesn't know I have it. So I just have to move 1 guy in there, I think, and it'll be enough. So what I'm going to do is actually move him in here. So that's 1 move, 2 move, so he's going to be at 4. Actually, I got to send another guy. Dope. So that was 1 move, 2 move. No, let me do that back again. I think I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 moves. Then I'm gonna do this, and there you go. There's my move. Now we're gonna go second player, who is yellow. So they're gonna do the exact same thing. Put 1 guy. I think yellow is gonna put 1 guy up here. and basically get to move 3 guys out on the board. Because they're destroying this area already, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they can move a couple of guys out of here, I think. But I think they want to solidify some areas on the board to try to score. So I think that what they're gonna do is go. Oh man, there's no really great option for yellow. I think what they're gonna do is move 1 guy out of here. But the problem is whether they move here or here. Maybe they'll go here. 1, 2. Actually no, never mind. This one's going down here. He's already winning 2 here. So if he swaps him over, he takes it over. So he's not going to do that. He doesn't want to do that. So that's it. I think that's all he's going to do. It's probably his best move. So he's only going to move 1 guy out because he can move 2 guys out because then blue might swap that over. But then he knows he wants to swap him over. So you know what? He will do it. He's like, yeah, you can affect me, but this one is more important for blue. So he's going to do that. And there you go. He's going to discard this. And then blue's gonna go play his last card, Femme Fatale, add 1 guy to a ship. Play it here. This is gonna take off. And this one says swap a guy over. So I think he's gonna pick my guy. So he's gonna die. But remember the trick that we have under our sleeves, which is gonna haunt him in a little bit. So there you go. Boom. So there you go, we're done. The ships are gonna go. These are gonna be landing right over here. And we're gonna discard this. And there you go. So we're not gonna have to hand it out anymore. So we're gonna give this to the last player. He's gonna swap over here. And now we're gonna do the discovery phase. So discovery phase. So the discovery phase, we swap, we turn over all the cards around and we see what it does. Right? So the one over here says, each adjacent zone produces 1 additional point token. All right, so let's just put them on. This one, this one, this one, and this one. And this one says, discard all point tokens already in the zone. The zone does not produce any more tokens. Ooh, ouch, yellow. Oh, there goes 10 points, and that probably eliminated him from the game. He's gonna hate himself for that one. He should have looked at it. All right, this one is only the player with the second most is gonna score. So actually, yellow's gonna win this area. Interesting move. So that actually maybe took a small bite out of me there. Treat the player who has an even number of astronauts to have 0 astronauts in the zone. So actually, well, yellow wouldn't have won anyway, so he's in second place. All right, there you go. Also, forgot to. Anyone who has an action card with a discovery on the bottom right gets to use it now. So here it says you may take any number of astronauts from the Lost in Space Memorial and place them in any one zone where I have at least 1 astronaut. So my obvious move here, so I can win ice, or I can go in here and win a ton of tokens. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do this, discard this, and there you go. So that was the discovery phase. So now we're going to go to the production phase. Alright, so let's produce. So here is going to be, I'm going to get 3 of the pinks. Here, blue's going to get 3 pinks. Here, I'm going to get this token and 3 of the ore. That probably just made me win. Right there. Here, yellow's going to get 4 ice with this one here. Here they're gonna share 2 ice each because you can swap 4 into 2 different ones. So that's great. Here I'm gonna get 3 ice. Here yellow's gonna get 3 ice. Ooh, he might win the ice battle against me now. Got a ton of ice. Did I score this one? I'm not sure. This one's gonna be yellow's gonna get 3 ice. And then here I'm gonna get 3 of the purples. I'm just gonna go to yellow. Yellow has a ton of ice. And there you go. So let me just check if I scored this one. I'll be right back. Alright, and there you go. I did score that. So who's gonna get the ice? This is gonna be yellow's actually gonna get it. And I already tallied it up. I'm not going to tell you the end game score, but I destroyed them, obviously, because I'm actually picking my cards, whereas the rest were playing randomly. So there you go. I also did get the score. Everyone did score their stuff, minus to have the most on Phobos, which I did. Blue had the, it's called the Western area, so you have to have his 4 guys on the 4 Western section here. And yellow had the Southern one, so you have to be in these 4 sections here. So they scored a bunch of points. I'll just show you an example. They scored 7 points at the end because they had 7 there, and he scored 7 points as well. Alright, well, there's the game. Listen to my thoughts in a few seconds. Alright, thoughts time for Mission Red Planet 2nd edition. So this game is amazing. I love it. It's my favorite role selection game, like I mentioned at the start. I find it better than Citadels or all those other games. This game is very chaotic at high player counts, just like those other games, but at least you still feel like you're playing a game because there's still a like area control game on the back end where you're trying to manipulate your stuff and trying to score, whereas other role selection games of this type of high player count, it's just complete chaotic mess, and at the end you didn't really have a impact. Your decisions had no impact on the game. All right, so I love this game. What is there to say? Components all great. I love the new edition. It has all these cute little astronauts that you place on the board. They're very cute. I mean, they're not super high quality, but what can you say? Everything else is very high quality. Super thick cardboard. Cards are amazing. The art is really good too. There's not that much art, but the graphic design sort of borrows it from every other Fantasy Flight type of game, but there it is. Also the design of the ships, they upgraded them. Perfect. Everything's good. Let's talk about gameplay a little. Role selection's fantastic. There's only 9 roles. They interact with every aspect of the game. It's great. You also have these action cards that you can get that'll sort of send surprises at either the end of the game, during the game, or at end scoring. All good stuff. The one variant I do play with that I didn't mention at the beginning is that I don't actually add the mission cards into the deck like they suggest in the rules, or what they say in the rules. My variant suggestion is give out the mission cards to people and then put this card back, these cards back in the box, right? So mission cards are all about scoring extra points. I actually don't like that because you could have situations where people draw extra 1 of these type of cards and they become more powerful than a discovery card. So I found it a bit lopsided, but it's a chaotic mess anyway, so who cares? So I just don't play with them. Again, what I would have to say is if you're playing a high player count, this game is very chaotic and people might not like that. So if you want to introduce them to this game, play 3 players. It's like the perfect player count to make it strategic. It's super strategic at 3. Every choice you make really defines the end game state. And the higher player count you go, the more chaotic and the more laughter gets inputted into the game, right? At 6 players, you know, you can play your hand randomly. It could be just random stuff exploding, people getting shot, people changing. Like, it's just a chaotic mess, and it's great. All right, so that's my thoughts on Mission Red Planet. All good things. Keep it short. Go buy it. It's fantastic. It's cheap too. Another great thing about this game, I think I picked it up for under 50 bucks. Brand new, so pretty good. Yeah, so on 6, before I forget what I give it, I'll give it a solid 5. It is just chaotic fun if you're playing higher player count, so I can't give it a 6 on 6, but it's all good. My go-to role selection game. See you in the next one.